Well, hello, my friends and clobberers all across the universe. Welcome to a new segment that I'm going to be calling, Clobby's Comics Corner, Spin Rack Time Machine, Short Trips. Still a mouthful, I know, but I wanted to add something to my normal Clobby's Comics Corner video, so I decided to take the Spin Rack Time Machine out for a spin through time to talk about this is going to be a very short video, very few just little bits and pieces of comics history that I enjoy, in addition to the new comics coming out, and always have. And again, I will start out up front is that I am not in any way affiliated, because they wouldn't think kindly that I'm trying to steal anyone's thunder here, and I'm not. I'm just pointing out some of the things, just as I do with the regular Spinner Rack feature. Point out a time that in comics that I dearly loved. I'm going to point out to you something today and talk about. I talk about it a lot on my streams. Something that one of the few things in this world related to comic books that does bring me joy, and that is, of course, Tomorrow's publications. And every now and then I like to refer to them. You've all seen me do that. They have many wonderful magazines. I started buying the Jack Kirby Collector by Mr. John Morrow in the mid '90s, I believe. I have every issue of it. I've been buying. I used to correspond with him a little bit when I bought those early issues that he did of that, and I love the Jack Kirby Collector. I love Alter Ego magazine. That's Roy Thomas's magazine, and I love Michael Urie's and all John Moore, of course, as well. Back Issue magazine. That's my favorite, since I'm a bit of a Bronze Age baby. I have every issue of Back Issue and the Jack Kirby Collector, and most of the ones of Alter Ego as well. And I loved their other publications. I love all of their books about comics. They have so many great ones, too many to mention. But every now and then I'm going to do a little one of these and mention some of their great stuff, because they're just they do amazing things. I buy directly from their website. When you do that, you get I buy the physical copies, but I like having the digitals as well. And I love what they do. And my favorite thing out there is probably Back Issue magazine. So I just want to take a little bit of point. I like to point out some of the fun oddities that you can find out there in comics history that many of you will either remember fondly, or or you are trying to learn things about what it was like to collect comics in the Silver or Bronze Age or what have you. And since I was there, and many of us were there, here was a fun, crazy thing. If you're a DC Comics fan and you don't know about this, there's an article in the new issue of Back Issue magazine. This is not the latest issue. There's already one out after it. This is number 130, which was out the previous month. And I love this issue. This is so much fun. Bronze Age promos, ads, and gimmicks. This is Back Issue again, number 130. And shout out to Mr. Michael Urie for making such a wonderful magazine. And I'm not trying to overstep my bounds or pretend like I speak for them in any way or show too much of their stuff. I'm just going to reference a little bit and let you know that it's a recommendation of mine. If you want to go read great stuff about just fun stuff in comic book history, as you can see, this issue is about the ads and the gimmicks, as it says, and other articles. Of course, there's the cover, and they have stuff about Hostess comics, Hostess ads, Popeye career comics, DC 16-page previews, Marvel's little-known quarterly reports, and more. There's always so much great fun in this mag. I just love it. It's the best out there, and there's some again, always great stuff. So I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the oddities of the Bronze Age just for a second. I'm going to show you a little bit from it. If you wanted to know a little bit about comic books, what was coming out from DC Comics, there weren't a whole lot of ways. There weren't the same methods as you have today, where you could just go onto the internet. And of course, anyone would want to know what's going on in these DCs these days, but that's neither here nor there. There was one way to do it for a relatively short time that it was amusing to me. You see these ads in the DC Comics, and that is, of course, the DC Comics hotline. Looks like the bat phone. It looks like when Alfred would walk up to Adam West Batman and say, "Bat phone, sir." Or, "Sir," sometimes you would say, "Red phone, sir." "It's Commissioner Gordon, sir." And yes, and it was direct currents, of course. This was around 1976, I think they started it. You can read. You should read this article for yourself. It's a great article written by a gent named Stephen Thompson, who did a marvelous job with this. And I just wanted to, again, this is going to be a real quick video just to let you know, this is my love here. This old comics history and talking about things like this. You would actually call this number. Here's the ad. Look at this ad. Oh my goodness, man. I talk about memories. I just love it. This one, as you know, when I talk about the Spinner Rack comic machine, I talk from love. And that's what I'm doing here. I love these things. I love these memories. That's why I love Tomorrow so much. Again, they got the greatest books and mags. I keep saying that. I know, but I'm a fanboy. This is just a fanboy talking about what you guys make. I'm not trying to cash in on anything or get in on anything. Just wanted to show for those who are interested in this sort of thing that may not know you guys are out there making the best stuff. Now you can call toll free to DC on Direct Currents hotline. Call 800. And don't really try to call this number, folks. I don't know if it'll be there. 24 hours a day. Here are writers and artists and editors with a new report starting every Monday. New York State callers dial, and this is a different number, between noon and midnight. If the line is busy, please call again. And it's got, as you can see, a nifty Kurt Schaffenberger Superman just stepping out of the telephone. This is it's beyond fantastic. I just love it. And this is a great article. Again, this material does not belong to me. So I just show a couple of pages, and you could pick up this article, and just it's too good. And again, they have also what I love, and they have the transcripts of the messages. Again, just flashing by it real quick. You should pick this up if you can. If you can even look, if you don't buy the physicals, the digital copies at Tomorrow's are very reasonably priced and stuff. And I'm not shilling. I am shilling for them only in the sense that I love them. I think they're great. And if you love comics history and you're missing out on Tomorrow's, and Back Issue magazine. So kudos to both Stephen. What's the gentleman's name again? I already forgot his name because I'm old. I'm sorry about that, Stephen. Stephen Thompson. Yes, and I know that name from somewhere. And then and also, let's see here. Who else? Kudos to, DC Comics for back when they were good, and Walt Grogan there. These transcripts, that's amazing. And of course, there's a little ad. Thank you, Michael Urey, for making such a great magazine and Back Issue magazine. You are loved here at Clobbering Time, my friends. And that's, again, not to step on you guys' toes or show too much of your material, just to show my clobberers, if any of them are interested in, amazing comic book history knowledge and fun. Yes. I don't know how many of you called the DC hotline back then. I know some, I never could. I wasn't allowed to. I always wanted to. I never did. That's why I love seeing these transcripts of the messages from the writers and artists and such at DC. This article is wonderful. They have a lot of great articles. I'll do another video soon about another article in this issue coming up soon. But again, this is not to show too much of anything they do. I respect the rights and the privacy of the Tomorrow's people in Back Issue magazine. This is just to kind of show you, point out a kind of fun, crazy, off the wall type of idea during comics history that's long past that many may not remember. And just to throw a little love at my favorite publisher, Tomorrow's magazine. They're fantastic. Like I said, I've been buying from them for about 25 years. And they're the best. And if you love comics history and such, I recommend them. Thank you all so much for joining us. Little trip through time to an obscure bit of comic book history that I hope you enjoyed. And please, if you do, please like and subscribe as they always. I never asked that at the end of a video. I did it now. Wow, weird. And please check out Tomorrow's website and go look at all the great stuff they have over there. I love them. I'm not a paid shill. I'm just a fanboy shill. How about that? So thank you all. And have a wonderful rest of your weekend, or whenever you see this video, just have a wonderful. How about that? Shout out, as always, to my wonderful first officer, the amazing R.M. Briggs, for my intro, outro, Clobby'S Comics Corner. See you soon, my friends. Live long and prosper.